Yeah, hey Apeksha, this is Mayank. How are you?
Hi Mayank, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. And this is wonderful to be talking to you today. Apeksha, before
This
we
is
begin talking to you about your writing, I want to know a little
Mhm.
more about Apeksha apart from writing, your background, what are you doing outside of writing and all that stuff.
Okay, cool. Mayank, first of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity that you are interviewing me. So, you know that I'm a new writer, and apart from writing, I am a nature lover.
Okay.
I love spending time in the gardens or in a surrounding where trees and plants are there. And I love cycling. I love gardening. I love reading books, and of course, I love writing. And I'm basically from Bhilwara. It's a district in Rajasthan,
Great.
and I put up in Jaipur.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so that's majorly all about me.
Wow, so you're into cycling. Do you do it every day or something? What?
I have not been able to do it recently.
Great.
Even before lockdown, I was not able to pursue it. But yes, before that, I used to go everywhere on cycle only. So I love
Wow.
cycling.
Wow, wow. Then that is one trend which is not only catching up, but it's actually very good for the environment. That's really appreciable.
Yeah, that's what my major concern is, that we should, I'm very much inspired by people in Amsterdam. So they are always cycling, they are biking, and they use vehicles very rarely. So this is a culture which I love, and I love this thing about them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Some of the countries like Netherlands, for example, they have nearly
Mhm.
as many number of cycles as there are number of people, and they use it almost as regularly as they can. That's a really
Right.
great initiative. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, Apeksha, tell me how did you get into writing, and then we'll also want to learn how did you get your first client.
Oh, okay. So in writing, after my college, I graduated in 2013, and after my college, just for part time, I joined a company. It was a small company, set up in a home. So the profile was content writing, obviously, and we used to write for an educational forum. So I pursued that job for 1 or 2 months, but that left an impact on me about writing. But then for some reason, I did not pursue it.
Mhm.
I kept switching careers. I was an account receivable, and sometimes I was technical support executive. So I kept switching careers, and
Okay.
finally I got a chance from a company where they were hiring for content writers, and I decided that I will go for it. So I went for it. I pursued that job for some time, and then this is how I came into writing. And if I talk about my first client, I got my first client from my friend. So
Okay.
one of my friends has a friend who was looking for content writer for his food channel.
Mhm.
So my friend referred me to him, and I started working for him, and this is how I started my freelancing journey.
Okay, but then was there any resistance that you faced from the first client, and how did he begin to trust you?
No, fortunately, there was no resistance. We eventually started trusting each other. I did not even ask for advance money or something. We
Oh,
just met.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. We just talked to each other, and I understood his requirements. We made a system that this is how we are going to work. This will be the Excel sheet and etc. All the things, and we started working. And after 1 month, he paid me. He was happy with my work, so everything did go well.
Oh, great. That's a very unusual start because a lot of people, when they are trying to get their first client, face a lot of challenges, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of resistance. So I guess you've been a little
Right.
lucky there. That's good.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so what are the kind of things that you most commonly write about? And if it's possible, can you tell us the kind of projects that you're working on currently?
So I have written on many of the niches, including lifestyle. I have written for a client that they are into producing feminine hygiene products,
Okay.
and I have written for events and
Mm-hmm.
live streaming and technical blogs I write and web
Okay.
copies I write.
Okay.
Currently, I'm completely, I'm completely writing about technical things.
Okay.
So for IT industry,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my clients, they work on building different startups.
Okay.
So for those websites, I write web copies. There are different. There are many different industries for which they are producing these websites and apps. So it's vast.
Oh, oh, great. So like from food to personal hygiene to technology and startups, you have covered a very wide range. That's interesting. So
Yeah.
in the coming days, you plan to still be continuing on a wider range, or do you intend to go into a little specific niche?
No, I actually love, doing multiple things because it keeps me, it keeps my creativity fresh. So
Correct.
if I keep
Correct.
doing, yeah, if I'll keep doing one thing in particular for a long time, obviously I'll get bored, or maybe something about it will decrease. So I love switching my writing styles for different clients and different projects. So I am
Correct. And
liking what I'm
correct.
doing.
And then it gives you fresh challenges. So that will keep you excited, I suppose.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
great. Great. So what does your writing schedule look like? Do you prefer writing in the mornings, or do you sit down late at night, or how do you go about it?
So currently, what happens is I'm most productive in the morning. I love
Mhm.
the morning time, and I am very creative and fresh in the morning. So I love writing in the morning. But currently, if you talk about this current scenario, I'm
Mhm.
not able to keeping up with my schedule. So sometimes I wake up, and after freshening up, I jump into writing. I just make a cup of tea for myself, and I sit in front of my computer, and I keep doing my work, this and that. So this is how it is going currently, but this is not what ideal for me. So I'm not enjoying this schedule. I'm just trying to catch up with my previous schedule, writing in the morning and evenings particularly.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but I guess the last 2, 3 months has actually left a lot of schedules disturbed. So I guess we have to cope
Right.
with what is called the new normal. So I guess we'll have to tune up to
Hmm.
that. Sure. And
Right.
is there a favorite writing space, a small corner in your home, or where do you write?
My favorite writing space is, if you will just look at the picture that I sent you earlier.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a place. It's in the middle of the city,
Uh-huh.
and that's a kind of village setup. It's not very popular. It is not crowded. They
Okay.
have just made hut kind of things,
Uh-huh.
and they have put pots
Okay.
upside down for
Okay.
sitting,
Okay.
and there is a nursery beside, and I
Okay.
love nurseries. I am obsessed about it, so it is
Okay.
very peaceful. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
so that is my favorite writing place. I just go there and sit, and it is very refreshing.
Wow, I mean, you are fortunate to have that, because a lot of people sitting in cities are often surrounded by what we call a concrete jungle, and then you do not get to sit
Yes,
in places like you're talking about.
exactly. I was amazed by this place when I first discovered it, because it is so hidden that usually people go from the roads beside it, but they do not notice it that there is something like that. So it is a nice place. I love it.
Correct, correct. So, Apeksha,
Hmm.
when you meet a client and he asks you to write on something about an industry or something about a business that you have practically no idea about, let's say suddenly somebody comes up and wants you to write about, let's say, hardcore technology, let's say ERP or something similar.
Hmm.
How do you handle that, and how do you begin your research process for areas that you have no idea about?
So basically, what happened is, whenever a client comes up to me, I ask a lot of questions to understand their project idea and to understand their end goal, everything. So
Mhm.
I ask a lot of questions, I make notes, and then I start researching about the topic. But I would like to mention, honestly, there was a client who came up to me, and he needed content related to guitar and stuff,
Mhm.
and all those musical things that are associated with it,
Okay.
equalizer and something. And I'm not really into guitars and instrumental things. And I tried to research about it, and I tried to learn about the things and coming up with the content. But then I was not finding it interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I politely let the client know that this is not a place where I, this is not kind of niche where I could do justice with the content. So I did let it go. Other than that, if there is something which I understand, and then I just research thoroughly, I take so much time in researching and understanding, and then I jump to writing.
Okay, okay. So I guess what you're talking about is you prefer being more honest and you would rather let a project go than do injustice to the client and not let him have any results out of it. That's quite admirable.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. If I'm not satisfied with my work, then there's no sense of doing it.
okay, correct, correct. That's really cool, although it's of course difficult.
Hmm.
Okay, great. Okay, so when you start writing, do you start immediately writing on the computer or do you use notebook on which you jot down your notes or something, or how do you begin actually?
Yes, I make notes on my notebook. So I love copy and pen. So that is a part of uh, my lifestyle that I cannot let go. So I write, I make notes, and then I start researching on the computer. And even during researching, if I find some important notes or points that I find interesting and that I find important, so I make notes of those things. So I create an outline in my notebook, and then I start writing on my computer.
Okay. Apeksha, I think we are still having a little trouble hearing you. Can you either hold the microphone closer or something?
Okay, let me try. Oh, is it better?
Yeah, slightly better. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So you still prefer writing with pen and paper. That's interesting. Although we are all in the age of technology, but all the writers I've spoken to somewhere or the they still prefer taking down notes on a piece of paper or a diary or something before they actually put everything onto the computer. So I guess that
Yeah,
lets us become more organized, I suppose.
right. True.
Okay. And tell me, how do you balance your time between your career, your writing aspirations, and your family, friends, and all other challenges that come your way?
Yeah. So after I quit my job and I started as a freelancer, writing as a freelancer, I have a lot of time at hands. I easily manage between these two because first of all, I do not live with my family. I live with my sister. So we
Okay.
just two are here. Yeah.
Okay.
So we spend time together, eating, sometimes cooking, sometimes we watch a movie together or our favorite shows. So I balance my time very easily between my work and between family. So only my sister is here, and I
Okay.
talk to my parents on the phone a few
Okay.
times a day.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how it goes.
Okay. And in that case, you sound very passionate about writing. So I want to know what exactly is there, what exactly is it about writing that you really like the most, in fact.
The best part about writing is the research part because more than writing, I love reading. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm pursuing a career in something that I love doing. So before writing, I have to research a lot. I have to read, and I get to read a different stuff that I would not have read if not for writing for that topic. So I learn a lot of new stuff, a lot of new things before writing any piece of content. So this is what I like the most about writing, the research and reading part.
Oh, I suppose you mentioned something very critical. You're right, because if you are, let's say, a commerce student, for example, had you not
Hmm.
been a writer, you would probably be not talking or reading about, let's say, food or specifically some area of technology. But since you're into writing, you get to read a lot of things. Wonderful.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you a few lighter questions. First of all, how would you describe yourself in exactly 5 words, 5 adjectives? What would be the 5 adjectives that describe you the most?
Five adjectives. Peaceful,
Okay,
affectionate,
okay.
um, positive,
Mm-hmm.
mm, self-motivated.
Great, great. You're doing
Yeah.
good.
And I guess um, courageous.
Wow, that's an amazing pack. A self-motivated person with a
Thank
lot
you.
of courage and affection. I'm sure you're going to go a long way. This is wonderful. You told me you also read. So do you read books or do you read only blogs or something?
I read books too, but recently I have not. No. I'm reading. I'm not very. I'm not keeping up with very well, but I'm reading. I read books. Yeah.
Okay. So are there
Mhm.
some favorite books or some favorite authors you'd like to tell us about?
Sure. If I talk about the most favorite book of mine, it is A Walk to Remember,
Mhm.
written by Nicholas Sparks. Yeah.
Sparks.
So, yeah. And other than this, I love books of Khalid Hosseini,
Mm-hmm.
The Kite
Thousand,
Runner, and
Thousand Splendid
Mhm.
Suns.
Yes, Thousands. That is one of the, one of the very interesting book that I read,
Mm-hmm.
Khalid Hosseini.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And if I, yeah, and authors, so I would love to name a few of the authors that I find, that I'm fond of.
Okay.
Nicholas Sparks, Khalid Hosseini, of course. And I love writing pieces of Maya Angelou
Maya
and
Angelou.
George Orwell, yeah. And
Orwell has it's a slightly older generation as compared to, let's say, Khalid Hosseini, but probably one of those writers who will be all-time favorites across all generations.
yeah, exactly. And I have been a fond of Sheldon's books since childhood. So I love his writing pieces also.
I suppose most of us who are fond of reading have read Sidney Sheldon at least one book somewhere or the other. As long as you are
Right.
a fan of thrillers or something, Sidney Sheldon you couldn't have
Hmm.
missed. Correct. Correct.
Right, correct.
Wow. Okay. So in that case, is there a favorite, all-time favorite quotation you have with you or something that you would really want to live by? Quote or something?
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Since my childhood, there was this show, uh, TV show, Kitni
Mm-hmm.
Mohabbat Hai. I used to watch this show, and the lead actress used to tell this quote many times. And
Uh-huh.
the quote is from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and the
Okay.
quote is, "सपने वो नहीं होते जो हम सोते हुए देखते हैं, सपने वो होते हैं जो हमें सोने ही नहीं देते." And this
Oh,
is my
wow.
all-time favorite.
Wow. This is good. You should translate this into English for those people who might be hearing this and do not understand Hindi.
Yes, sure. So dreams are not those that you watch while sleeping. Dreams are those that do not let you sleep at
Great,
all.
great. That actually drive
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Two questions. One is there a really wonderful compliment that you received from a client? What was that compliment?
Yes. She's my permanent client and
Mhm.
my second client. Yeah. And the best compliment that she keeps giving me is she tells me that she loves that I do not say no to any new task or anything that she asked me to do, and
Mhm.
I put my 100% of efforts in accomplishing that task. So this is the best compliment that I have received from any of my clients.
That's actually a very big compliment, because
Yeah.
I have seen people, businesses complain that for the first one or two assignments, the writer was good. But then over a period of time, he seems to be losing steam. But you seem to have put up a very consistent performance. That's great.
Yes. I
Great.
hope it stays
I'm
this
sure it
way
will. I'm
only.
sure it will.
Yeah.
Apeksha, a closer question in terms of your writing career. What are the
Hmm.
current challenges that you're facing both as a writer and as your growth to be a better writer?
The current challenge is, I told you that I'm not able to keep up with my schedule, and
Mhm.
most of the times these days, I wake up and I jump in front of my computer and I start working on it.
Mhm.
And this habit of mine that I am unintentionally developing.
Mhm.
I guess it is reducing my productivity and creativity.
Mhm.
So I guess I need a break of 2-3 days from computer and devices,
Mhm.
digital detox. Yeah, that
Okay.
is the biggest challenge I'm facing these days. that I'm spending a lot of time in front of computer, and this lot of time is not turning into a productive thing.
Very true, very true. Yeah, and we don't even
Yeah,
realize that when that suddenly the time leaks away and reduces our productivity. Correct.
exactly. Yes, correct.
Okay, okay. So I have a few simple fun questions for you where I'll be giving you two choices and I want you to select one of them. They are kind of rapid fire questions. Are we ready?
Oh yes, sure.
Great. So what would you prefer, a garden or a museum?
Garden.
Okay. What do you listen to more, songs or podcasts?
Honestly, nothing.
Okay. How about this, romantic movies or action movies?
Romantic movies.
Okay. Would you prefer watching, let's say, National Geographic or watching news channels?
National Geographic.
Okay. And how about choosing between a homemade sweet and a wonderful ice cream?
Ice cream.
Okay. And how about this? What would you prefer, wisdom or power?
Wisdom.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, since we are coming almost to the end of this, so are there things that you think we have not really covered, but you would really want to share with us? Let's say some technology app they use to improve yourself, or any people that you keep on following on LinkedIn or social platforms to learn more about writing. Anything that you think we missed in this discussion?
Sure. If you know, one thing that I really love, one tool or one app, that is dictionary.com. So
Okay.
even when I'm not writing, even when I'm not, on a project, I love read, browsing on dictionary.com. There are word of day and different articles they publish, and they are very fascinating. So this is one app I really prefer, and I would prefer. And if on LinkedIn, I've been following some people, and I'm a lurker kind of person. I'm not posting very frequently on LinkedIn, although I comment sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just read so many posts on
Mhm.
LinkedIn, as I love reading. So I read and I read and I read. So there are few writers which I particularly uh, like their writings, and I would love to name Hardik Lakshri and Shruti Kaushik, and there's one person, Harneet Kaur. She writes stories and stuff. So I love her writing stuffs as well.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah,
I
to
don't know,
name a
but
few.
sorry to interrupt you. You were saying something.
Yeah. No. You go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to mention that I don't know whether it's the same Harmeet Kaur, but we have one Harmeet Kaur lined up for an interview this week. So I don't know whether it's the same Harmeet Kaur we're talking about.
No, I guess you are talking about Harmeet Kaur, and I'm talking about Harneet Kaur.
Okay,
It's
then
N.
that's an N and M.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yes. Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, Apeksha, this has been a very interesting conversation and it's been fun talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Mayank, for your time as well. It was really wonderful talking to you, and I really appreciate this initiative.
Thank you so much, Apeksha, and have a good time and best of luck for your writing career.
Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.